Now at 6, emergency personnel respond to a construction accident turned fatal in Crawford County. Plus, Jasper County authorities investigate an overturned vehicle crash in Jasper County, Missouri. And KCU Joplin uses AI to set a new standard for point-of-care ultrasound education.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Emergency personnel responded to a fatal construction accident today in Crawford County. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. The incident happened just before 10 this morning involving an excavator and a semi-truck. The excavator was unloading material from the semi and a piece slipped, falling off the opposite side of the trailer and hitting the driver of the semi. Authorities list the victim as a 50-year-old male.
Had hauled the material here for was unloading it. He was out, he was just the driver of the semi. So the company was unloading the semi and some of the material shifted and caused it to fall off the opposite side of where they were unloading it, where he was standing, and smashed him.
This is a developing story, and we'll have more details available on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com, when they become available. Well, Jasper County authorities investigate a rollover crash from last night. The crash happened around 9 p.m. on County Road 120 in Carthage at Dry Fork Creek. A vehicle traveling at highway speeds flipped multiple times and landed in the creek bed. Came to a stop in about 2 feet of water. All 3 occupants of the vehicle were transported to area hospitals. Their injuries are unknown at this time. The crash is being treated as a DWI investigation. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with a first look at weather.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a much cooler day for us today after record highs that we had late last week and then into the weekend. But cold front rolled through yesterday, so quite a bit cooler. Highs only into the 60s. We have a northerly wind kind of ushering in that cooler air on top of us. In fact, if we look at our winds, they're going to be really picking up as we go into Tuesday. Look at our wind gusts, anywhere from 25 upwards to 30 miles per hour. So it is going to be pretty windy. We also have a freeze warning in effect, not tonight, but tomorrow night. So this is going to be our first frost/freeze across the region. But until then, it's pretty calm. We have mostly clear skies, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. We do have a warming trend as well. We're going to look at that, plus some rain chances here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. KCU Joplin looks to revolutionize medical education with a new AI-guided training curriculum. The training is geared towards the use of ultrasound for patient care. The university says students will be well prepared to capture high-quality scans and apply these critical skills from day one. In turn, patients benefit from more accurate diagnoses and improved bedside care.
So it really is a game changer for us. We have a large medical school. We're the 5th largest medical school in the United States. I'm just one professor. It'd be very difficult for me to teach 400 students without AI, but with this, I can give them the basics, and then they literally can learn themselves.
Dr. Arndt says the university is the first in the U.S. to use AI in this type of training. We'll learn more about this revolutionary training tonight on KOAM News at 10. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley made a stop in Southwest Missouri. The senator hosted an event at Fred and Red's restaurant in Joplin today. With just over 20 days left before Election Day, Hawley has been hitting the campaign trail to try and drum up support for his re-election. His Democratic challenger, Lucas Kuntz, was in Joplin for a rally just last week. The Carthage Maple Leaf Festival enters its 58th year. We learn more about how the city maintains festival traditions while keeping the festival fresh. That's coming up. And a historic military convoy makes its way through Pittsburgh today. We'll tell you where you can catch up with them when we return. Well, we are live in Carthage for the 58th annual Maple Leaf Festival. And what better way to celebrate than by giving the kiddos a chance to explore, climb, and touch some of the big trucks and heavy equipment the city has to offer. Now, if you're in the area, head over to the Carthage Square until 7 to give your littlest kids a chance to touch some big trucks. As we mentioned, the annual Maple Leaf Festival in Carthage, Missouri is entering its 58th year after being established in 1966. According to the Carthage Chamber of Commerce, the Maple Leaf Festival originally organized as a marching band competition. After that first year's success, the festival began to grow to help celebrate the entire community. And now the Chamber of Commerce says they work hard to help showcase the original traditions of the Maple Leaf Festival, all while creating new ones.
It means a lot, I think, not only to us, but to the community as well, to carry on those traditions. And we're happy to do it and keep doing it and reinventing the wheel and trying out new things and hoping that those things that we do now carry on those same traditions 50 years from now.
And you can find a full schedule of all the activities the Maple Leaf Festival has to offer on our website. Well, if you saw some older military vehicles on the road in southeast Kansas today, your eyes were not deceiving you. The historic military convoy is making its way through the area. The group spent time at Miners Hall Museum in Franklin and the Crawford County Historical Museum in Pittsburgh.
This is our salute to our military, and what this being our parade across the U.S., it really gets everybody excited about the contributions that the military has to us.
If you didn't catch them today, they'll be at Big Brutus starting at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Well, Doug returns with a chilly look at your forecast, and later, a farm in Arkansas sends some four-legged help to the East Coast for hurricane recovery efforts.
Home of Connect-A-Culture and Spiva Center for the Arts.
Well, of course, it turned out to be a much cooler day for us today behind the strong cold front that rolled through yesterday. Of course, we had record highs late last week and then into the weekend, and then just a big switch. So from 90s, and then we have our first freeze warning, which is in effect not tonight, but as we head into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Most of our temperatures upper 20s to lower 30s. So if you do have some plants outside that can't take it, you want to bring them inside or cover them up. Thankfully, it's not going to last long. We're going to start to warm right back up by the time we head into the latter half of the work week. All right, so on Tuesday, look at this. High temps only into lower 60s, and then it's tomorrow night that we got to watch the freeze. Look at our temperatures all the way down to 33 in Stockton, down to 30 in Neosho, 32 in Welch, 32 in Independence. Iola will dip back to about 30 degrees. Now the winds are also going to start to pick up. We have a light northerly wind for us today, kind of ushering in those cooler temperatures, but the winds will increase on Tuesday. We'll have northeasterly winds kind of gusting 25 upwards to 30 miles per hour. These will start to calm down a bit as we go into Wednesday. You can see they switch back out of the south, and that will help our temperatures start to warm back up as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Not a whole bunch going on. Pretty much clear skies, just a few mid and upper level clouds kind of shooting through. Here's our big upper level low that we've been keeping our eyes on. It's not really going to give us any rain, but it is ushering in those cooler temperatures right across the Central Plains and will affect our weather as we go through the next couple days. We also want to watch this because once we get into the winter time, this part of the pattern will return, and this will bring in those really big Arctic blasts that we hate to see during the winter months. All right, so this is going to shift east. Ridge of high pressure rolls in. That's going to give us a warming trend. And then finally, we have some storm systems out to the west, and these will start to head toward us as we head into the weekend and early next week and finally break that dry pattern that we've seen really over the past 2 months with at least decent chances for rain. Until then, it stays pretty quiet. All right, let me walk you through time. By morning, temperatures, they're going to dip back into lower 40s, so it is going to be a chilly night. As we go through the morning hours, some mid and upper level clouds, temperatures into the upper 50s by noon, so kind of crisp. And then it looks like most of us will top out 62, 63 degrees for afternoon highs on Tuesday. And then, of course, our freeze as we go into Wednesday morning. And then as we get into Wednesday afternoon, temperatures really not bad as we get back into the mid 60s for afternoon highs. All right, starting 44 in the morning, 60 by noon. Look at that high temp below average of only 63 degrees. So of course that first frost and freeze, windy for us tomorrow. And then we're going to watch our warming trend the rest of the week and those rain chances finally rolling in by early next week. Let's go 63 tomorrow, 64 on Wednesday, 70 on Thursday, and then back near 80 as we head into the weekend, but a really nice fall-like week for us this week.
Thanks, Doug. Well, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. Well, a fox covered in mange has been spotted west of Springfield, and the sighting brought up the question, can your pets get mange from wild animals? A veterinarian says mites that cause mange are transferred by physical contact and do not live long without a host. So you do not need to worry about mites being left behind. Now, mites are not visible to the naked eye like lice, fleas, or ticks. If your pets do get infested by mites, there are 2 treatments to consider.
Sometimes you give these every 30 days and it really does help get rid of the mites. We've even found with demodectic mange that we can use this product every month, and it might take 2 to 3 treatments to get it taken care of.
There are also shampoos or dips that can be used to treat mites. One farm in Arkansas is lending a helping hand for a good cause. Jake Tester visited the farm and told us why it's heading to North Carolina.
Ex-Bishop, the owner of the farm, trains mules for hunting, ranch work, and trail riding. Bishop is known across the country for his work, and when Hurricane Helene went through North Carolina, many people reached out to him about going to help.
So people started calling me, tagging me, messaging me, and in the first probably 2 days, I literally got over 500 messages. Hey, are you going? Are you going?
After hearing from all those people, they began to think about if they should go.
It's inconvenient for me to go. It's inconvenient for Trevor to go, but it's not as inconvenient as what has happened to the people there.
After Bishop announced that they were going, everything began to fall into place. People across the state and the country began chipping in donations, supplies, and even more mules for them to take with them.
We have 11 more mules from other outfitters coming besides the 20 that I have. So, and we're only 2 days into saying that we're going to go for sure.
They are also bringing side-by-sides, chainsaws, and other tools with them. Bishop will leave Wednesday morning and will be gone for at least a week. Bishop added they are going to do whatever they are needed to do, whether that's clearing roads, moving supplies, or even recon missions.
Still ahead, we get our first look at the preseason rankings in Division I men's college basketball. And a local high schooler from Southeast Kansas is this week's Performance of the Week winner. Brock Belgert has that story and more.
This October, it's all about black cats and cash.
Well, the bad news for Missouri Southern football is they've lost back-to-back games. However, the good news is they show a lot of promise in their most recent contest going against a nationally ranked team. Missouri Southern fell in the hands of defeat once again, this time to the Emporia State Hornets after last week's game. They lost that one 49-30. However, there were a few bright spots in the game, one of those being the Lions offense that scored 30 points for the first time this season. Head coach Atiba Bradley addressed the media about some of the positives on Monday morning.
I was really proud of our guys' effort. Offensively, it's one of our largest outputs of the year. Defensively, plagued a little bit still with the big plays. Those still seem to be a thorn in our paw, but guys were flying around. We got a lot of stops. We played, I thought at times, our best football in longer spurts than we have all year.
We've had some guys step up, and as the season goes on, everybody's you see more stuff and all that, so you get to knowing what to do better, learning how to run our defense and read keys and know what to look at.
Well, in the blink of an eye, the fall sports season in Missouri is coming to an end. Tonight, Joplin and Webb City square off on the softball diamond for the final time this year. It's the final game of the regular season between both teams. Unfortunately, we don't have the score there, but I can tell you, last check, it's Webb City that leads Joplin 5-3 in the 6th inning. We'll have highlights from that game later tonight. And well, as we do every week, we have a new Performance of the Week winner. This week, our winner is the Columbus Titans, who shut out the Riverton Rams 36-0. The Titans are now 5-1 on the season. This Friday, they hit the road to face undefeated Frontenac. That will be a heck of a game later this week. To vote on next week's performance of the week, just head over to koamnewsnow.com/vote. And while we are officially 3 weeks away until the start of the Division I men's college basketball season, this morning, the preseason AP Top 25 poll was released, along with the SEC preseason media poll. Let's start with the AP. Here's a look at the top 10. The Kansas Jayhawks will start the season as the #1 ranked team in America. KU received 31st place votes. Alabama comes in at number 2. 4 other teams from the Big 12 were ranked in the top 10. Those include Houston, Iowa State, Baylor, and Arizona. Over to the SEC Conference, they also released their preseason media poll ahead of the college basketball season. Alabama takes the top spot. Arkansas is picked to finish in 4th place under their new head coach, John Calipari. Missouri and Oklahoma not getting as much love from the media. Tigers were picked to finish at number 13, and Oklahoma was picked to finish in 15th place, right above last place Vanderbilt. So KU, they're going to be the top-ranked team in America. Of course, preseason polls don't mean anything if you're not ranked #1 in the postseason.
That is true, and I hope that wasn't a dig at my little dance.
That wasn't a little dig at your dance, yeah.
Better not be. But, I mean, they've got a good track record. You hope that when you go in that you don't get a big head because of that ranking.
Right.
Sometimes that happens.
And they also bring back the preseason player of the year, Hunter Dickinson. He will be back for KU this year, so obviously that's going to be a big help, and we'll see if Bill Self can, get things turned around. They can get another national championship under their belt.
That would be awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Any big exciting sport things happening this week?
Any big exciting? Well, we got Monday Night Football tonight. Should be a good contest once again. Jets and Bills. Isaiah Davis, once again, takes the net. Former Joplin Eagles running back. Hope to see him get a few carries tonight.
All right. Thank you so much. And that's it for sports. We're back after this.
We're celebrating our 50th.
80s. We're proud to salute Melvin Runabout, a 4-state hero.
Well, of course, it's going to be a chilly night for us tonight. We're going to drop back into lower 40s for overnight lows. Look at our high tomorrow, only 63 degrees down to 32 on Tuesday night. And then we get some really nice weather all week long. We slowly warm through the 70s to back near 80 by the time the weekend rolls around, and finally some rain chances next Monday.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. KCU Joplin is revolutionizing medical education with a new AI-guided training curriculum. Plus, with many Americans still mindful about their finances, costume experts say outfits this Halloween do not have to break your budget. We look into a few DIY strategies to make this spooky season more affordable. And we dig into the history of the Carthage Maple Leaf Festival. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The city of Baxter Springs, Kansas held a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate the completion of a large-scale mural today. The mural, which takes a look at the history of Baxter Springs, covers the entire 100 by 12-foot wall of the Waterworks plant building across from the Baxter Springs High School. The artist behind the mural, father and son team AJ and Jordan Wood, were selected for the job back in April. And city leaders say they hope this serves as the first of many murals for Baxter Springs.
How cool is that?
Cool. Really neat.
Yeah, and getting one of those future landmarks potentially, just like the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh yeah, another Route 66 attraction
exactly,
for sure.
There you go, yeah.
All right, well, thank you for watching. We will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.